This deck, like, almost looks like it has a real curve in it. Yeah, I see all his stuff. And, like, I'm... Obviously, the event, like, next weekend is after this weekend. I know, like, it sounds kind of silly to say, but that's important because, like, there's the GP in Toronto this weekend. So, I'm gonna be watching that. Not since Matt and I streamed it the other night. Almost all of the Magic I play is played on stream. Nah, I don't think I can learn the ins and outs of the Amulet Titan enough to play it in Indianapolis in a week. I don't think that deck... The deck has some power there, but I don't think it has a high enough raw power level to not, like, need points on finesse. I definitely wouldn't have the points I would need on finesse by the time next weekend rolled around. Scene seems like an okay start. The classic Serum Visions into Coiling Oracle hand. On the draw here, Horizon Canopy pass. Alright, another Coiling Oracle. This is a little awkward that I have to... So, if I fetch... I never need double blue is the thing, but if I, like, fetch a breeding pool and then Serum Visions, I could potentially set up a Coiling Oracle. I just really don't enjoy the play patterns Tron creates. And, like, when I'm playing it at home, like, I played it in a couple of the challenge events, it was like, this is fine, you know, whatever. But, like, if I'm going to a tournament to play it, I don't think I could spend an entire weekend playing it. Drew another land, hit Resto and Renegade Rallier here. I definitely want one of these. I think I'm just going to go top and choose to draw the Resto here. Resto is one of our... We're not going to get to draw both of those, remember, because we're going to need to fetch next turn in order to play the Coiling Oracle. But I think I'll take the Restoration Angel, and then... So, it looks like humans, yep. And then, like, Kate Sail Freebooter. Yeah, Resto is pretty good in this matchup, too. We'll take the Resto, and then we'll get to go Oracle. Because, like, honestly, the important thing to remember at the end of the day is that, like, none of the Magic tournaments pay enough money that, like, even if you're winning most of your matches, that it's not worth it to not have fun. And I don't think I'd have fun playing Tron for 2 days, so I'd rather not go rather than play Tron. Maybe I'm supposed to fetch a Stomping Ground there off of this since I could get white later. Although I guess I just get to go Stomping Ground tapped. I get to go, like, Coiling Oracle plus fetch Stomping Ground tap next turn. You have any good modern decks? We're trying to find good modern decks that play Coiling Oracle. This card was really impressive in the deck we played this morning, so I'm trying it out in this other shell. I think speculating on what they're going to ban and unban at the ban and restricted list is like a giant waste of time. Like higher variance than trying to predict the weather. They're not very consistent in how they manage their ban list, so like trying to predict it isn't really... It's kind of a fool's errand. I get that's something to talk about, but I think there's plenty of other things to talk about rather than that. What a beating. Just, like, have this other Coiling Oracle in my hand so I can't play them back out. Sucks. Didn't draw another playable card. That's really unfortunate for us. That's such a shitty play. I wonder if they just, like, don't have anything else to do in their hand, or if they knew we had another Coiling Oracle. Oh, they knew we had another Coiling Oracle from the freebooter, right? Yeah, they knew it from the freebooter, so that, like, puts us off tempo. It's pretty punishing. Okay, now they're just gonna name freebooter. It's a good sequence. So this will fetch Stomping Ground for us, so we have all of our colors. And then next turn, Mrs. Restoration Angel can flash in. We're taking 3 here, down to 13. We're going to 12. We're going to 11. Next turn, we're probably taking 4. We're definitely not in an amazing spot here. Well, I guess I get to like fetch a basic forest and then ambush something with this. Probably the Kite Sail freebooter. They have Values Lieutenant here. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, it smells like Values Lieutenant. Just took an absolute beating on Wish Ascendancy, such as Magic Journey. See? With the 4-month 3 subscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. I do appreciate it. You must have just missed my rant about rather staying home than playing a deck that I'm not having fun with. I think like a main deck Dismember. Be awkward for us. I'm gonna fetch basic forest here. And I think I want to just gobble up the Kite Sail freebooter so I can have my bolt back. Although I save a hit point by blocking the Meddling Mage. Yeah, I think I just want to get my bolt back. This equates to 2 dead humans. Okay, that's pretty good for us. So now, oh, that's great. How much mana do I have? So this technically makes 3. So I can go Bolt, you, and then I can go Lotus Cobra, and then I can play this. I have another basic forest in my deck. So this is going to make green, and I'll play Coiling Oracle. And then I can crack this fetch, get a forest, and make blue. Then I can play both these Coiling Oracles out here. Let's make this larger so I don't misclick. Getting pretty well set up here for a Chord for the combo. Restoration Angel is just such a great card. What a beating. Although I guess Lotus Cobra lets me actually cast this card, right? There's one of the upsides to playing it in this deck. I'm just going to go ahead and pass back here. Just leave my 3-4 back on defense. What's going on, Burgle? This is your fault. It's fine. The Lotus Cobra makes red, right? I mean, kinda. I'm also just like set up to Chord for Thragtusk here next turn, right? So we shouldn't be dying this turn. Opponent looking pretty dead. I guess they could like Reflector Mage bounce the resto to not be dead next turn. The bolt felt pretty good there. Felt a lot better than a mana creature would have. What do you got, opponent? They missed their third non-Horizon Canopy land for long enough that maybe we can steal this. They have 4 cards in their hand, though. I guess they could have a Meddling Mage, I suppose, but we can also Chord for Eternal Witness, and then Eternal Witness bolt a Meddling Mage, since I have a bolt in my graveyard. Just looks like a Zoop Zoop. There's the Malcontent, putting us to 3, sure. So, unless they have something like a main deck Dismember, which they're pretty unlikely to have, we get to kill them. Oh, maybe they're just hoping we can't cast the Kiki. Oh, there's a Lotus Cobra right here. Some red. Yes, this Kiki-Jiki. Target's Restoration Angel. And even if they had removal here, because we have the Chord of Calling in hand, if they have like Dismember, say, we can actually Chord for another Restoration Angel in response to their removal spells. We actually beat a removal spell here if they had one in their main deck somehow. We can Chord for Resto in response. I wonder if they don't know that this is infinite. Alright, so This is an Archangel of Tithes matchup. This is a Path to Exile matchup. Staticaster might be good enough in this build just because it teams up with Lightning Bolt to be okay. This is not an Acidic Slime matchup. Is it nuts to board some Chords out? Chord's definitely a touch slow, right? Scooze sucks. You're crazy. You're crazy. This card is very reasonable against these matches where we're going to be throwing creatures in the bin, especially with 4 Lightning Bolts in our main deck. I think this card is super reasonable. Scooze sucks. You suck, Burgle. That was a little aggro. For those that aren't aware, Burgle and I built this deck together this afternoon. I need one more cut though here. Can I just cut a Serum Visions? I probably don't have time to like... Is that crazy? I just like don't have a ton of time to set up for this card. I could see this even. Just like trim a couple of these. Like they're a Thalia deck too. They're probably going to leave Thalia in against me. I'm going to do that actually. Now, I think Witness is good against the matches where we want a removal to be good. Yeah, I think this hand's fine. I get what? I get a draw step, plus Serum Visions, plus 2 Scries. I get 5 looks at a 2-drop with this hand. Get 5 looks at a 2-drop. That feels really good. 5 looks at a 2-drop. It like makes a lot of these hands keepable, so we get to curve out a little bit more consistently. Imported out 2 Serum Visions. Have both our Serum Visions in the opener. Lotus Cobra, Lotus Cobra. Yep. I don't think I want 2 of these. I'm actually not going to have the option to draw 2 of them since there's a fetch land on top of my deck, but I think even if we did, we wouldn't want to draw both. I assume I'm going to lose this, or sorry, this. Yeah, we're trying out some new stuff. We're trying out some new stuff. We decided to try putting some playable modern cards into our Kiki core deck, which is a weird direction to move in. They took my Serum Visions. Interesting. So they must have a Meddling Mage or another Kite Sail freebooter, right? You want to watch something on the TV? Is it called Lotus Cobra? Because you get a black Lotus worth of mana from it. So that's a good... Which one do you want to watch? It looks like someone's... You want to watch Transformers? Okay. No, I meant Serum Visions and Lightning Bolt. Coiling Oracle is just like my pet card of the day. I'm convinced that these cards are good together. I'm looking for other details to fill in around the corners. Declan's not too into SpongeBob. Jake's actually really into SpongeBob lately. It's funny, I've been playing Overwatch lately, and every time the chick in the mech suit comes on the screen, if Declan's sitting there watching me, he's like, Bot! Okay, there's a champion. We'll see other disruptive elements they have here. We actually did the first Overwatch stream already. That's unfortunate for us. That's why they took the Serum Visions. Okay. Huh. That's kind of a beating. Not having Engineered Explosives leaves me a little bit cold to cards like this. I probably just want my Rec Sage and my Slime for game 3 here. Probably trimming a Chord of Calling too. Maybe I just don't want the Chords. Maybe I just don't want the Evos. I could see just not wanting the Evos. I've mostly been playing Soldier 76. Hey, Steam Flogger Boss, thanks for the bits. I do appreciate that. So we're looking to rip like a red source here so we can start cleaning up their board. Show Staticaster. Okay, so they must have... I don't know whether I want to speculate on what they have. It's kind of curious that they didn't name Renegade Rallier. I guess they just don't care. There's a Coiling Oracle. Okay, so... we'll start by playing this. Say okay, I'm gonna make white mana here. So... I'm gonna crack this fetch. I can get a tapped land here, right? Get a Stomping Ground. No, I don't need to pay health for this. I can make green mana with this. Yes. You can earn bits by watching commercials if you're in certain parts of the world. Actually, whatever her name is, I'm blanking on her name, but that's been my secondary so far, mostly because you don't have to aim. I'll make green with this. Make blue, play this. Eternal Witness. I actually can't play Eternal Witness yet, right? Because this only nets me 2 mana, so I put this into play tap, so I can go ahead and pass the turn back here. That being said, like, we've kind of stalled out the board here. Farah, yeah, that's the one, Farah. We stalled the board out here a little bit. If they don't hit another flying creature, we're in an okay spot. I guess they could have another Meddling Mage for the Eternal Witness, because remember, this did show them the card that we drew. But, like, they really don't want to make attacks on the ground, because if, like, let's say both of these die, I'd get to Witness back my Rallier and then Rallier back my Coiling Oracle. Amped Phil, $12 donation. Thank you very much. Add it to the list. Some Bant Humans, keep up the good work now that you're out of Lantern Jail. Thanks, bud. And Humans. Get that one on the docket. Ramps into the correct card. I also just get to witness back the Serum Visions next turn if they don't do anything else. That feels pretty reasonable. Depends on how many extra things you have to sacrifice. If you have extra things to sacrifice, usually you just want Cabal Therapy. Dead Guy Ale doesn't always have an abundance of bodies to throw away. Oh, I can't actually Renegade Rallier back Coiling Oracle because of the Grafdigger's Cage, right? Yeah, this card's so good against us. I think I'm just gonna trim 2 of our tutors in the third game, if there is a third game. So that way we can bring in Artifact Destruction for this and just like have less cards that get impacted by it. Probably just like cut the Chord of Calling. Trimming chords in these aggressive matchups is fine. I boarded out 1. I'm probably just gonna board out the other 2. I suppose I could just even like cut all of my, or like leave 1 Evo or 1 chord and like bring these 2 Serum Visions plus this acidic slime in, because slime at least like trades for something on the ground, right? Yeah, and I like that, like, because our deck is mostly 4-ofs and reasonable magic cards, we can just like board down and board out things that don't impact us. Like if we draw like more chords and more Evos here, we're going to be in a bad spot, but if we just like draw our cards that aren't impacted by this, we're going to be pretty reasonable here. Like Restoration Angel will be pretty great. We get to flick a Coiling Oracle. Yeah, watch the video. There's just, I don't know if I could put into a TLDR just like all the things that go into making Lantern what it is. Probably not possible. Alright, so they have... Is a Meddling Mage or a Kite Sail Freebooter? I guess it could be a Phantasmal Image too. Yeah. So the fact that this one on Staticaster made me feel like they likely had a Phantasmal Image. Yeah, this is probably going to name Eternal Witness. I really hope we draw Lightning Bolt here. Restoration Angel. Okay, that makes sense. That's one of our better cards against them. I'm a simple man. I see Coiling Oracle. I come tuned in. God bless. All right, we're playing Snake Tribal in case anyone wasn't following. So I crack this fetch land, and then so this is gonna make me 3 mana. So I'm just gonna get a basic plains here, and I'll make 2 green. Make 2 green from this. Cast this Eternal Witness. Get my Serum Visions back. We'll cast the Serum Visions. Do I want to use this fetch land? I kind of don't. That's a little bit of an awkward tension between the visions, good lord, and what we're drawing in the mana that we have available to us because of how fetch lands work with Lotus Cobras and things like that. I'll go ahead and play this out. I actually can't play either of these. I can't play this. I could play this, but there's a Grafdigger's Cage, so it doesn't do anything. So I guess I'm just passing back here. Where's your Cavern of Souls naming stick? Asking the important questions. So we're looking to rip a bolt at this point. Having been in situations like this before, I'm sure we're just going to draw Restoration Angels and Tutor effects. Kiki-Jiki would actually be pretty nut-busting for them at this point. If we hit Kiki-Jiki, we could just start Kikiing Eternal Witness and just like rebuy Serum Visions every turn. Bolt also unlocks a lot of our hand. We're dead in 6 currently. Kite Sail is actually pretty good for us here. It doesn't do anything, and it actually doesn't increase their clock because it doesn't increase their clock because they have an Exalted guy here. It's good if they draw Thalia's Lieutenant, but like they're out of cards, right? They took my Eldritch Evolution, but they have Grafdigger's Cage out, so that doesn't do anything anyways. I'm gonna play this out tapped. We're gonna hold this extra land here if we don't draw a land next turn, but there's no reason to hold 2 lands really. No, I'm okay. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. I take care of you, my love.
Alright, what do we got? So, as of right now, we're probably pretty close in terms of, like, whose deck has better cards in it. Because, like, our card quality is higher on average, but they have Grafdigger's Cage and this on Restoration Angel to make that worse for us. He's doing okay. He's thrown up twice today, but he's pretty happy on the in-between. He's still eating and drinking stuff. I just didn't want to try and stream this afternoon in case he got sick again while I was streaming. It's just like always colder in the basement than it is upstairs, so like it doesn't make sense to kick the heat up when I can just put a sweater on. Yep. Again, not playing this land out just so we can have it to make mana with off the Lotus Cobras potentially. I also don't really want to crack this fetch land, not only because of the Lotus Cobras, but also because we put 2 lands at the bottom of our deck with this last Serum Visions that we cast. The Lantern Fund no longer exists. After playing it for 6 hours yesterday, I realized that I don't want to travel to Indianapolis to play that deck. Would rather not play. I have no idea. I don't design Magic cards. Probably something Chaos Orb-like, though. Alright, that's a bolt. That's good for us. Alright, so they're flooping a thing into play here. Must be another image or another kite self rebooter. Okay, so in response to this trigger, I'm going to go ahead and bolt this one on Izzet Staticaster. And then this cracks things open a little bit for us, because now Restoration Angel's a live draw. What problem do you envision you're fixing by adding Chalice of the Void to this deck? That would be my question to you. So, like, by adding cantrips and removal, I'm able to interact with decks that are faster than me while adding consistency to my deck in matches that go longer. So I feel like both of those things are things that I'm actively interested in doing, whereas, like, Chalice of the Void, I can't think of a scenario where that's a thing I'm really interested in doing. So now Restoration Angels will be live draws because the Staticaster can kill this Meddling Mage. This is a phantasmal image. This is a phantasmal image. So I killed the one that was on Staticaster, so that way I could Staticaster this one down. Yeah, so like random wins isn't what I'm looking for. We already get random wins by simply... Well, that's aggressive. We already get random wins by having access to a combo in our deck, so I don't think I need random wins by adding Chalice of the Void to my deck. I had someone ask about that, and I said no, because the Lantern variation looks pretty bad. This attack's pretty terrible, considering they know I have a Staticaster in my hand. They should just attack with this, because this attack means I just get to play the Staticaster and kill. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, because they're only going to lose one of these to the Staticaster activation. Could be Thalia's Lieutenant. I mean, like, none of our lines are different if they have Thalia's Lieutenant. I think they're only getting 2 damage either way, so, like, they probably should just attack with this one. Like, they're not getting more damage in by this attack, so, like, they should probably just leave one of these back untapped. I guess they're, like, making me not kill the Meddling Mage this turn. So, like, that's maybe something, but it's really not that big of a deal. Thragtusk would be nice, just, like, buffer our health total for a little while. Restoration Angel would be amazing. Speak of the devil and she will appear. I'm just gonna ruin their day right now, right? Yeah, let's just go to my second main phase, actually. Just do this. And then I suppose I could get them inside of combat. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. Because if they attack, I get to flash in the Restoration Angel and then blink my Eternal Witness to get something back. Evolution doesn't currently do anything. There's a Grafdigger's Cage in play, chat. Good sniff out on the opponent's part here. My sequencing on this was bad. This card is so much better than Felidar Guardian. It's kind of unreal how much better it is than Felidar Guardian. And, like, the fact that Restoration Angel is just good in Modern is kind of a testament to the fact of, like, why the Humans deck is good, right? Like, the Humans deck is good because Mantis Rider is good. And, like, this is, like, a bigger Mantis Rider that has synergy with the rest of my deck. This one with fire. Oh, look, we drew a Kiki-Jiki. I don't want that. I'll take this though. Combo. Twin you. That cool? That cool? How you feel? You feel about Splinter Twin, opponent? Guess they could have a removal spell. Nope. Alright, sweet. Sweet. Got him. Drew Grafdigger's Cage. We drew 2 tutors. Didn't matter. Killed him anyways. What's going on, chat? Happy Friday. Is this deck your design or a viewer's? This is a deck that I built with Burgle. We were playing Coiling Oracle in the Saheeli deck this morning, and we were like, you know what I really want to do? I just want to Renegade Rallier Coiling Oracles, but I want to do it with Restoration Angel. So we're like, fuck it, let's put it in Restoration Angel. It's like playable or just for fun? Well, I've now played 2 games with it, and I won both of them, which means I have a 100% win rate with it, so it's probably perfect. It's probably perfect. And by that, I mean, I don't know. Like, everything's playable in Modern. Like, the Serum Visions was dope, I agree. Just fantastic. Off the charts. Yeah, maybe, but we got Lightning Bolts in our deck now too, right? Like, that helps against aggro. Stats don't lie. Conferred best deck in Modern. We played Lantern. That's what happened to Lantern. We played some games with it, and we realized that the meme that it's miserable is a meme for a reason. I can keep this on the draw, right? Get to go fetch Breeding Pool, cast this Serum Visions. Drew a Lotus Cobra. We're so good at this. This is definitely a Breeding Pool, right? Hallowed Fountain would be greedy. Yeah, 10 out of 10 a Breeding Pool. We get, what, 4 more looks at the land? Welp. Alrighty. Alrighty then. I'm gonna bottom this. I think we just want to draw the land naturally, right? Yeah, I think so. Need to just hit that land naturally so we can play our 2s on curve here. All right, not exactly the droid we were looking for, but better than missing. Better than missing. Even Mind Sensor, the old end step Spell Queller. Look at that. Little did we know Raging Ravine was saving us from ourselves. Would have gotten Spell Quellered, now no longer getting Spell Quellered. Knight of the Reliquary. See, everyone in chat thought the Raging Ravine got us. The Raging Ravine actually had our back, was looking out for us. Little did we know. And we drew a fetch land? We are just modern masters. Just true wizards here. There have never been wizards more powerful than what you are currently witnessing. Alright, so what am I doing? Are too good. Okay, so what do we want to do? What are we gonna do? Deep Fiend's a great Magic card. Coiling Oracle, hit a land, play Voice. Yeah, I think we want to get the Voice on the board too, right? Conservative play is just play Voice. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the line. Let me fetch a shock land tap too, which is nice. I like that it just like lets me get a shock land tapped. Then just go get Temple Garden here. Yeah, get Temple Garden. And then like next turn, if I brick on a land, I can witness back a fetch land and then do that. Reflector Mage would be a beating here, but usually if they have Spellcaller in their deck, they don't have Reflector Mage. Another Coiling Oracle, you say? Maybe I was supposed to block there. It's possible I was supposed to block here. We're pretty cold to a retreat next turn. Yeah, we could go get Thragtusk. That's definitely a line. I could definitely go get Thragtusk. That doesn't seem terrible. Make green mana. Is that the line? I think get Thragtusk is probably fine. I could also get Kiki-Jiki, but that kind of exposes us to removal. Exposes us to removal. I can't kill them this turn, right? What if I evolve this into a Renegade Rallier and get a fetch land back? Then that fetch land generates 3 mana. And then that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could Chord for Resto, Blink Rallier, get a fetch land back, and that would be 3, 4, 5. So that's not quite lethal. That's not quite lethal. We're pretty close, though. If we had a second Evo instead of a second Chord, we could do it. No, I think I want to play this Eldritch Evolution. The problem is that, like, all of our lines are really bad against a retreat to Coral Helm, right? I think I kind of like just flooping, kind of like just like ramping up our mana. I think I like Evo for Rallier as the line. So it gives us a pretty big token. And then I get to do this, get a basic plains, make green, and now I get to Chord for 4. Get Restoration Angel, and then Restoration Angel is gonna blink Renegade Rallier. And then Renegade Rallier is gonna floop. I could put this land into play and fetch with it and Coiling Oracle. And then if Coiling Oracle hits a land, potentially kill my opponent that way. What do we think of that? I kind of like that. Like if Coiling Oracle gets really lucky and hits a fetch land, rather than just getting voice back. Yeah, I think I like that line. I'm a fan of that. Make blue. Fetch a forest here. I haven't actually counted to see how much mana we could generate, but I feel like if I hit like some running fetch lands here, we could do it. That's another Lotus Cobra. All right, it's fine. Your turn. Retreat to Coral Home and kill me. Nope, that's Tireless Tracker. That's just a Tireless Tracker. So I'm putting a stop on my upkeep so I don't draw Kiki-Jiki by mistake next turn. I want to chord for him during my upkeep. Sure. Alright, sweet. So they're dead. Burgle, I think I love it. Chord of Calling is such a fun card. Can we talk about my baby Chord of Calling here for a moment and how great she is? Do. Twin you. Beep, beat a doo. Beep, beat a doo. Steady as she goes. Beep, beat a doo. All right, I definitely want these paths. I think Acidic Slime's probably an easy cut. Playing this is right after playing Lantern for 6 hours. I like Kiki Jeff, not late. I think Bolt's fine. It kills Spell Queller, right? We've got a bunch of shit they want to Spell Queller. Is Thragtusk good enough? I feel like every time I board out our card that gains me life, I feel really sad. Why is Staticaster good? That doesn't, like, they have what? They have birds in Eternal Witness. That's it, right? I like Selfless Spirit can make their combat miserable. Cleaning up, I don't know if we care about cleaning up things, right? Yeah, but like, by the time Staticaster kills, remember, we're never Staticastering on turn 2. We're never Staticastering on turn 2, ever, right? Like, never, ever. There literally aren't Birds of Paradise in our deck to like make that be a play. If you fast forward a little bit, Bardic, Matt comes in later in the video, which was a refresher. There's an Archangel of Tithes in the board. There's no birds in our deck. There's Serum Visions and there's Lightning Bolts. Serum Visions, baby. Put some cantrips in my deck. For consistency. Cantrips and 4-ofs. The old Jeff is dead. We killed him. This deck's got cantrips and 4-ofs. Baby. Raging Ravine on turn 1, just like I like it. 1 Raging Ravine. Play it on turn 1. Your move. Your move. This is my Raging Ravine. Missing Snapcaster Mage. Thalia? Why is that card in your deck against me? You're just like terrified of my removal? This does not feel like a Thalia matchup, but your move, Kaiba. Like I have a lot of mana and a lot of Kaio 100. Yeah, brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so if you're liking what you see and you want to contribute a little bit, subscriptions are definitely the best way to do that. Grab a basic forest here, and play this Renegade Rallier, flip my forest back into play. Nope, yep, targeted automagically. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's fair. It attacks well. Have I ever attacked with Ravine? I mean, not today. We've played 4 games today. Block. Okay. There's no basic mountain in our deck. Joke's on you. Built this mana base good. Built it real good. Alright, so I think I have to fetch shock here. I have to fetch shock. Grab breeding pool. And then we can Rallier this land back. Go get a basic forest. Cast this Oracle. Why didn't I attack with? Because they had a 3/3? Is it because they had a 3/3? Why didn't I attack my 2/2 into their 3/3? Oh, Twitch chat. Oh, Twitch chat. Why didn't you attack your 2/2 into their 3/3? I don't know. I have to work on that. Think about it a little bit. Yeah, the Ravine's just for a little bit of grind. I used to always play 1 or 2 in the old Kiki builds, and I liked it a lot. Helps you close out game against control decks and green-black decks. Obviously, the tap land's not stellar when you're racing, but in the matches that go long, and there's a lot of matches that feel like they're going long right now, it's very good. God, what are these attacks? What are these attacks? I'm gonna trade and chump. If they want to Keswick Wolf run over this, it means they're not making a play this turn, so I'm okay with that. Please spell queller me. Please spell queller me. Trigger my voice. Please spell queller me. No, I want to kill people. Wow, what a powerful Magic the Gathering card. Give oh, I messed up. I should have killed this first, huh? Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. I was so busy laughing about Collected Company that I let their Staticaster kill my snake. That's awkward. How much can I chord for here? This is 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty good. I'll shock this in. That's fine. I'm just going to kill the Thalia now. Gonna kill the Thalia now. Alright, they killed that in response. Alright, deal. Let's this in response. Crack this fetch land in response. Get a this is gonna make 1 more mana. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get a 4-drop here. Do I need a 4-drop even? I guess I could just get Renegade Rallier and get back. I have 2 chords. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Restoration Angel. Cause why not? Lets me means they have to use the Staticaster on my thing again next turn too. Which is nice. Can I talk about how much I love Chord of Calling for a minute? Just how much I love the card Chord of Calling. I don't have anything else to generate value with here, so let's just like put this into play and like make them use this again next turn. Deal. Go. Do you love it more than Lantern Control? Asking the hard-hitting questions. Ooh. Linvala. That's some technology. I like it. My snake is dead. You've killed my snake. Can't combo kill them anymore. Into Path to Exile. Okay. Okay, things are looking pretty good for us, but we're a little bit behind now. Huh. Huh. A little bit behind now. No, we're not playing Lark. No Wall of Roots for a freely. Of course, Wall of Roots is still broken. Come on now. Alright, so you're dead next turn without a blocker to cast a Goldfriend. Sure, but we've got Paths and Lightning Bolts in our deck to make that not true. Scavenging Ooze. That makes that no longer true. Scavenging Ooze is pretty decent. I boarded out my slime, right? I boarded out the slime. Boarded out the Thragtusk too. Oh, Linvala stops Ooze. Yeah, good call. Good call. Stops all of the fun. Huh. Yeah, maybe my... This is a pretty big damper. What can we do here? Not much, right? Yeah, we're actually just gonna die. Gonna die to this. Kinda sucks. Alright, so if I do this, if they eat the voice, I get another token, and then maybe we can race them here. That could be potential. Okay, so then next turn, so we're gonna Chord for Resto. Oh! Fuck! I just... Yeah, so the correct play there was kill their thing. And we missed that because I was clicking. I muted it on purpose. That was an intentional mute. So their Linvala should be dead. That's fine. We get a game 3 after we lose this because I fucked up. No, I'm just gonna Chord for Resto and jump block. Fine. So we're not dead to Path, because if they have a Path then they can't pump this for full, which is nice. They have 2 cards in their hand. God, we'd be in such a good spot right now. That hadn't gotten missed. This is what it is. Try and win from here. Scavenging Linval is one-sided as well, so the Scavenging Ooze gets to go to work on my discard pile and gain them health. Yep, there's leagues of me playing Mardu on my YouTube channel. Path to Exile is lethal here. Yep. Serum Visions, it's a redraw. So redraw one of our 2 paths. Lightning Bolt. That one is not lethal, right? It's very much not lethal. Alright, well, we probably would have won that if I had used the chord correctly. At any rate, let's play a 3rd game here and try for the best to be on the play this time. Pretty fortunate to find their Linval. It's probably a 1 or a 2 of. Could have killed it after they blocked the voice. They probably shouldn't have blocked the voice. Should have just taken the extra point there. I think if they don't block the voice, we probably can't win that game, but they punted and then I punted back. Alright, I'm gonna time you out here. I'm gonna time you out here so you can think about what you said and figure it out. We did not have a 3rd red source. Did not have a 3rd red source. Takes a red mana to activate Raging Ravine, and then Raging Ravines are the red mana. So once we activate and then attack, opponent gets to block one of our 4 power things. They take 10 and go to 3, and then we can't cast the Lightning Bolt. No, I don't think I want the slime. I think that last match was like not something that I want to plan for. What happened that last time? Seems okay. Not the worst. Probably going to be Stomping Ground, followed by Hallowed Fountain here. I attacked in with a voice, and he blocked with a Linvala, and I could have courted for Eternal Witness and then gotten a Lightning Bolt back. And that Lightning Bolt would have killed the Linvala that was killing us in the air. Yes, they did have enough mana to pump the Linvala to 6 power. I think I just play the Lotus Cobra, right? Although I guess Voice of Resurgence plays around Spell Queller better. Yeah, Voice plays around Spell Quellers. Let's do that. Don't currently really have a top choice for playing games. I have like need to pick a deck by like Sunday. Okay, well, I have a turn where my things work still. So I get to go ahead and play Lotus Cobra. Then I get to play this Flooded Strand. Now, Lantern's out. Lantern's really miserable to play. There's not enough money in the world to make me play Lantern. So I can evolution my voice into a Renegade Rallier. And then Rallier is free, so it makes 3 mana, and then we can chord for something. Burn would be better than Lantern, at least, to set the bar low. Don't need double white ever. I don't need double blue. I sometimes need double red, but this can't fetch Stomping Ground. I guess I'll just get basic plains here. Yeah, for like 5 digits, I'd play Lantern. That's like 10 out of 10 true. Definitely true. There should probably be three evolutions in this deck. Or in the 75. Alright, so Rallier gets back Windswept Heath. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana for this Chord of Calling. So that's probably not what I want to be doing with my life. I think I want to just fetch my other Stomping Ground here. And then make blue and play Coiling Oracle. Although I suppose if I get a untapped basic and I hit a fetch land with the Coiling Oracle, I could then play the Resto this turn as well. But that's pretty narrow, right? I only have 1 or 7 fetches in my deck. That's pretty unlikely. So I'm just gonna get a shock land tapped here. Another resto deal. Alright, pass. They're just like offering a trade for my elemental here. I suppose they could have a piece of removal as well. They could like have a path for my Lotus Cobra. What if I block like this? Seems pretty good for me. Or I kind of want this Renegade Rallier. Is this worthwhile? Like, they could have eat my voice plus play a path to exile one of my other creatures to kill this. I'd have to, if I want to guaranteed kill this, I have to like stack block it with Renegade Rallier and Coiling Oracle. I think I'm just gonna do this. And if they have a path, they have a path. Yeah, a little unfortunate. It's awesome that they just killed that one though, because that one couldn't do anything because they have a Scavenging Ooze anyway. So deal. How good would it have been if we'd had our own path there and could have pathed this in response with the mana from their path? That would have been really funny. Eldritch Evolution, huh? Alright, so I mean, do I want the Rallier next turn? The Rallier doesn't do anything here if I... And, like, they pathed it, but, like, the Rallier wouldn't have done anything here, right? Yeah, I think that's the plan, Burgle. I'm a little worried about a Spell Queller. This smells like Spell Queller. Smells like Teen Spirit. But, like, if they Queller the Resto, then they're not going to be able to Queller the Evolution, potentially, which is nice. They know about this card, right? It feels like we're going to get quelled. Bricks. We're just, like, hoping for no Staticaster, no Queller. The tank here means they have more than 2 creatures to pick from. Hopefully none of them are Spell Queller. Opponent just said don't laugh, so... They've seen this fucking stream before. Nice. Look at my 4-mana card made me a 3/4 flyer. Their 4-mana card rearranged the bottom 6 cards of their library. Oh god, that's great. Yes, blink it. So I think they're dead to a fetch land, right? Alright, so what am I doing? If he specifically asked you not... I'm just a terrible person. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Alright, so let's make some progress here. So what I can do is I can Eldritch Evolution this into a Renegade Rallier, which then gets me my 3 mana back. Then that's 3, 4, cast Restoration Angel, blink the Renegade Rallier, get a fetch land back, and then that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I believe they're dead here. I just did that math quickly, so like hopefully I don't embarrass myself here, but I'm pretty sure we have exactly enough to get Kiki-Jiki here. I'm pretty sure we have exactly enough to get Kiki-Jiki here. Oh, I could Evo for Kiki off of this? No, I can just do it all, right? I'm pretty sure I get to do it all. Yeah, I don't have Revolt. I don't have Revolt, Burgle. No Revolt is the thing. Yes, make a white mana. Yeah, and then this is 5 plus a rallied back fetch land is 3. God, the math in this deck is sweet. We're down 12 minutes on clock because I've been tanking a lot. Because this deck is awesome. It has tons of things to do every turn. Also, my Magic Online feels like it needs to be kicked in the pants. Do I have too much mana? No, I have exactly enough. Yeah, we counted it right. Exactly enough. Get my Kiki-Jiki, Splinter Twin you. Steady as she goes. Alright, while we restart Magic Online, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone wherever out in the world. Thanks for getting out here with us. My name is Jeff Hogan. It's our first League of the evening. We're going to be playing Magic for the next few hours. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. It's the absolute best way you can support my content here. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do, so big thanks to all of you. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. Would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hogan PayPal at checkout there, you'll save 8% on your singles orders with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And finally, InkedGaming.com. They'd love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. At any rate, we are 2-0 with our pile of Kiki-Jiki flavored stuff. Kiki-Jiki flavored stuff. This deck's kind of a gas. Burgle, I'm having fun. There are zero power creatures in this deck, which is the idea. The idea was, let's cut all of the 0 powered creatures, and this way we can have this more reasonable anemic beatdown plan rather than having Birds of Paradise in our deck. And as much as I love my Birds of Paradise, things they don't do particularly well. Attack. How's the deck doing? We are 2-0 in this league so far. I'm having fun solving the lines and counting mana. No room for Land War Elves. Lotus Cobra is like fixing on crack. It's so good. And when they kill it, you get to Renegade Rallier it back. It's quite excellent. Not so far. Not so far. All right. Pretty easy redraw here. These are 2 of our 4 non-green lands in our deck. Even if they were green lands, this hand's a little bit slow. I guess you could like maybe make an argument since it has Lightning Bolt, but the hand's pretty bad. The classic Coiling Oracle Sacred Foundry hand. Marduki smells like some Marduki. Smells like some Marduki. But how do you beat Ensnaring Bridge? Ain't got no 0 power creatures. Can never beat Ensnaring Bridge. Come on now. They took my Renegade Rallier. That kind of encourages me to lead on the Misty Rainforest, right? So I can Coiling Oracle on 2. Especially since I drew this Island. So yeah, I think I'm going to lead on that and pass back. Yep. Yeah, it's a good way to put it, Burgle. We have 12 ways to ramp in our deck still, but they all have power and toughness. Oh, the old discard the double Bedlam Reveler. Miss my second land drop. It's a good line. It's a good line. Would not recommend it. I don't really need double white, right? I might need extra red. Nah, I'm just gonna get extra. Yeah, that's close. It probably doesn't matter ultimately. There's a pretty unrealistic chance that this lives, so let's just do this. Ooh, Bolt's pretty good. Bolt's pretty good. Pretty good. I was hoping to hit a land there as always, but, you know, details. If we would have hit a land, we'd get to resto our Coiling Oracle the following turn, which would just be fantastic. Wouldn't hit the land, but they hit it 1 turn behind here, so let's see what they can do. I mean, 10 fetch lands and, like, Lotus Cobra, like, batting 500, like, it's pretty easy to be consistent, right? We're currently batting 100 for drawing Kiki-Jiki and being able to cast it, yep. Am I going to try and play this deck in paper? I'm going to play a lot more games with it before I get to that point. My Chord of Calling. Why did you take my Chord of Calling away, opponent? Just casting this. I'm not going to put this into play untapped. I think that'd be greedy against my opponent's deck that's kind of aggressive. Okay, hit another land here. They've got 3 instants and sorceries in the discard pile, so I assume they have another Bedlam Reveler in hand since they ditched 2 of them. Although maybe they just assumed they were going to hit a 3rd before they needed it. No, I think counting on the Lotus Cobra to live is pretty unlikely, and I'd much rather be able to just like draw a 4th land and cast the resto. I don't think I want to count on the Lotus Cobra surviving a turn. I think that's the list of things. Huh. Start by attacking for 2. Because if they want to trade here, it triggers Revolt. Yeah, so this is, I think this is fine. I think this is right just to like advance my board state here. So now I get to Renegade Rallier back my Misty Rainforest and fetch my other Stomping Ground and then bolt this Pyromancer. And now I also have enough mana to cast my Restoration Angel next turn now. That feels pretty good. Shock. Hold you. I think we don't have enough basic lands to... Wait, over Lotus Cobra? You're crazy if you want to cut Lotus Cobra from this deck, or you just haven't been paying attention. Lotus Cobra is very, very good. There is one thing of which I am certain. Lotus Cobra and Renegade Rallier are the 2 cards you want to be playing together in this deck. That is not particularly close, 100% the truth. Alright, I think I just want to play this voice out. It's not resource efficient, but damn if it doesn't feel good. Meant the other snake, Coiling Oracle, sure. Yeah, I don't know that we have enough basic lands to... Yep, there's the last Bedlam that I implied they likely had when they binned the other 2. I could get in a little bit of trouble here if they hit Thoughtseize exactly. I'm not sure. One thing I'm not certain on, the thing we're testing in this league is, are Coiling Oracle and Serum Visions worth the splash? Oh, we could be getting Blood Mooned this game, right? Could be getting Blood Mooned. That would be a touch gross. Sure. The gym. Coiling Oracle is modern Baleful Trick. I don't know about going that far, but it's certainly decent. No blocks. They know about this Restoration Angel, I'm pretty sure. They have like a bolt that are going to bolt this in response. If they're extra point of damage in. Oh, that's unfortunate. If I would have shocked myself, I could have dealt 2 damage to them. That's sad. I just have to lose this lightning bolt. And it's probably better that we're both up points of health. Rip Kiki-Jiki, kill them. Tilt. Maybe. Spellcaller could be okay. I've definitely played that in Blue Splashes before. The question isn't like, remember, the question isn't just like, is this card good? It's like, is this card going to give me more utility than another card I'm already playing? Becomes another part of the equation. That's really good. That's really good. Well, I guess that makes sense that they had that already, because if they didn't have that already, they would have Kolaghan's commanded it back last turn. So I believe we're just going to get buried at this point. The Mardu deck is very good. People ask about decks I'm considering playing next week. The Mardu deck's on the short list. All right, so what does that allow me to do? That allows me to get a Renegade Rallier and get back a Voice or a Coiling Oracle. Yeah, right. This is much more fair than Treasure Cruise. Yeah, I could get Rallier, bring back Voice. I could get Eternal Witness, bring back Chord. I think bringing back Chord's a little narrow, because, like, I could just die here, so I think I just, like, they're at 11, so I kind of like just pressuring them here, because remember, I have to lose my Lotus Cobra to turn it into something else, right? I think getting the Chord is greedy. I think getting the Witness for the Chord is really greedy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Renegade Rallier. There might be an argument to bringing back the Coiling Oracle and draw a card. I could see an argument being made for that. Although I suppose if I floop this into play, they could just die next turn, depending on, like, what else they have. They probably have removal here, right? Wow, they don't have a Terminate. Okay. Deal. I guess a lot of these decks weren't playing a ton of Terminates, right? A lot of them had more Fatal Pushes. Just get Kiki, right? Just evolve your 2-drop into a Kiki, it'll be fine. We're fine, no big deal. Double Lingering Souls, yep. I'm gonna make a block here that leaves me dead to Lightning Bolt. But I think we're just drawing no outs if I don't. Like, we're not beating a Lightning Bolt this game, so if they have Bolt, that's fine. Kill me. Yep. So we died. Okay, you got to use your words. You got to tell me, you got to say, have you thought about running this card, and this is why it's good. It's good because, and then, like, fill in the because blank. And if you can't fill in the because blank, it's probably not good. Like, that's how you want to be thinking when you're building decks. You want to say, okay, I have this card that seems reasonable. What problem does this deck have that this card fixes? And if you don't have an answer to, like, what problem you're fixing, then you probably shouldn't have the card. The audio encoding's all handled through. Comes out on Twitch's end. Is this a Forge-Tender matchup? Maybe? Could be a Forge-Tender matchup. There's probably an okay Archangel of Tithes matchup too, right? She can, like, make my crap unblockable, basically. I have a lot of cards I feel like I want here, and I don't feel like I have a ton of cards to cut. I don't think Eidolon is good enough. I guess it kind of slows them down too. It's just, like, so many cards that just, like, could possibly be good here. It's like, okay, so, like, what are the bad ones, chat? What are the bad ones? I don't think Baloth is good enough. I don't think Baloth is good enough. Archangels for the really aggressive decks, like Humans and Dredge and the Hollowed One. These just aren't good enough. They don't bring in Sweepers out of the board. Oh, stop it. Crusader's really bad against the 4x Lightning Bolt deck. You could make an argument for trimming Cobra. You could probably make an argument for trimming this card. It just dies a lot. I don't hate that. You don't think Eidolon's good enough? Maybe. No, Eidolon when we have 6 instant speed things plus these seems okay, but I guess they have a lot of instant speed removal too, right? We only have 12. Lotus Cobra helps fight through Blood Moon too. I'm gonna trim 1 Cobra. I'm gonna go with this. You cut the bolts against their Pyromancer deck? Seriously? I guess I'm bringing in Staticaster? Okay, I could see an argument where cutting bolts is correct. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I'd buy that for $1. Go Hallowed Fountain here, Basic Forest here. I think if we get a game 3, I'm gonna try cutting the bolts. I think I'm on board with just like having Staticaster plus tutors for it to clean stuff up. I'm really incredibly sad that I don't have a non-fetch land in my hand. Otherwise, we could set this Coiling Oracle up perfectly. Hey! Followed with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. I took down the donation goal for Lantern in Indy after playing Lantern yesterday. Lantern is a truly miserable Magic the Gathering deck. No offense to you, if you enjoy it, you're allowed to enjoy it. I do not enjoy it. It does not generate interesting games of Magic to me. Took my Eternal Witness, that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Coiling Oracle here. Like, try and work our way towards more land drops. Try not to stumble. It's unfortunate for us. Maybe I'm supposed to take the guaranteed fetch land off that Serum Visions. Having 10 fetches is great with Cobra, but it does have some tension with Serum Visions, so I'm pretty convinced Coiling Oracle is great in this deck. I'm not sure if I believe Serum Visions is worth it. Not sure if I believe Serum Visions is worth it. So again, Reflector Mage is better than X card. It fits in well in Y matchups. It solves problem Z that you have. Our current plan to get over congested boards is just cast Restoration Angels and attack them, so I'm not really sure that, like, Reflector Mage helps that plan. A lot of the times you can just, like, gum up the ground and then attack them with flyers. No, I don't think so. I think I'd rather play just, like, Oath of Nissa again if I wanted something not Serum Visions. I definitely would rather see more cards. Okie doke. These are my anemic beaters. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. The Mardu deck has a lot of sequencing decisions. It gives you a lot of rope to hang yourself. It's a fantastic deck if you're looking for a deck that's going to scale with your ability to play Magic well. Yeah, but like Oath of Nissa does the same thing, right? Oath of Nissa, you're going to take my Rec Sage and then Blood Moon me. Yeah, sure. So like why is talking about a widely different deck relevant than what we're working on here? So it's just like noise in my chat? The timeout? Stay on topic. Focus. Focus. Take 10 minutes and focus. Huh. I've been this Sage. I'm gonna get Blood Moon and be really sad now, but that's the right line. Fetch land would be so good for us. Fetch land would be so good for us. Their Bedlam Reveler currently costs 5. Good tapped land. Maybe. I don't know. The path has value. Like what's the purpose of that question, Pinky? Like what's the end goal of that question? Ding. I think I just attack them, right? Attack them. I guess I could have bolted this down, but like this puts them to 5. And like I have this bolt in my hand. And this Restoration Angel. Probably getting Bedlam next turn. This was the wrong fetch land to get back. Misty Rainforest gets basic island potentially if I needed it. Keep my hair short so I don't pull it out. Oh, that's a good line. No, I don't think so. I think that's just like, if that's the card, if you're playing that card to beat Lantern, that seems like a bad use of that card. Alright, I'm just gonna send this bolt upstairs at this point, right? Getting Stomping Ground here. Yeah, I definitely just need more green. The question is what I want to do with this bolt. I'm pretty sure the plan on the bolt is just like try and peel out here, right? Okay, don't want to redirect. I think we're pretty much in on the kill them plan. Triple block's a good block there. They know about the Path to Exile in our hand. Pass the turn here. Yeah, we're basically a tap-out aggro deck for a lot of the game. Whenever I'm supposed to fetch there first, because now they can Culligan's command the Restoration Angel out of my hand in response to me fetching. Which would feel pretty bad. So, they Culligan's command and get my resto here, I deserve that. Hazoret, sure. So they're dead to any removal here, and we get 2 shots of removal. They weren't dead to Evo. They weren't dead to Evo. Oh. Oh, no, because Witness is in our graveyard is why they weren't dead to Evo. Attack them with both of these, I think. So I attack with the Oracle to trigger Revolt. Do I want to get the Oracle here, or do I want to get... I do have a Scavenging Ooze too. I probably just want to get Voice, right? Going on, Missilehead. Is it Coiling Oracle or Voice at this point? Drawing another card seems pretty good. More lethal threats is also great, though. Like, Voice is a lethal threat, they have to go twice. I'm gonna get back Voice. 4 lethal threats, go. Lingering Souls unfortunately stalls the board for a while, right? Voice is kind of like drawing another card, I agree with that. Yep. Did you get Lingering Souls? Oh, Chandra trades with that. Okay. NPC. Okay. Well, that sucks. 3 draw at removal. Is this Bedlam Reveler card good? It's definitely not nearly as good as Treasure Cruise, right? It's nothing. Let's not talk about that. This card is so much better than Treasure Cruise would be in the Smarter deck. Kind of unreal. Should probably play a league with Mardu after this. It's so good. No, they just get to eat all my creatures. They're not forced to trade. You know this is indestructible, right? You know this is indestructible. That's how that card works. Our opponent's playing Jund. They have 4 Bedlam Revelers in it. Well, that makes a Faithless Looting worse if they draw 1. For me, I like bidding 1 there. I think bidding both to the Hazard's probably bad. I think they're supposed to hold their second land in case they rip a Faithless Looting. Yeah, sure, but Bedlam Reveler gets to eat this for free. These 2 trade, and then they're left with these 2 on the backswing. I mean, I'm only at 9. Dying on the backswing is super real. They drew another land here. They're just dead, which is nice. God, that's so aggro. It's a good line from the opponent. I like it. They're not dead to bolt anymore. They're actually still dead to bolt, right? Because I just like bolt a creature and then they can only block 3 things. They take 3, but Chord of Calling. My deck is my oyster. Are you dead? I don't have an Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness is in my bin, so don't talk about that one. Thragtusk is in my deck, right? Kiki does stuff. I just kind of don't want to die. I don't have a Pia in this 75. I could Chord for Resto my Rallier, get back Scavenging Ooze. I think I'm just passing the turn. They've only played one Bolt. If they draw a Bolt, I'll be sad, but I don't think I can tap a bunch of my creatures here, right? I guess this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could, like, leave this up. Is Kiki better than Resto? I don't think so. Oh, Kiki doesn't let me get Scavenging Ooze back. Kiki doesn't let me get Scavenging Ooze back. Well, the problem is they're not going to bolt me right away. They're going to bolt me when I go to do something. Yeah, Staticaster kill a blocker is 1 point short. That is correct. Although I guess I get to guaranteed kill them. Both my lines guaranteed kill them if they brick, right? I think I'm just on the pass plan here. They have no cards in hand, so I'm just going to pass here. If they don't draw Bolt, we should be okay. Or if they draw Bolt and use it right away. Alright, kill me. I guess this lets them get removal, too. And like people suggesting like random extra new bullets, like I don't even have 2 Eternal Witnesses in here, which is like a card I'd really like to have another copy of. So like there just really isn't a ton of room for like fitting a bunch of stuff in here because I don't even really have room to fit the things I even want to play. No, we're on 60 cards. We want to do the same thing consistently. We're playing a bunch of 4-ofs like an adult. I guess this line's worse against Fatal Push. Get some health here. Yeah, I think you need a Thragtusk. Do we need a Thragtusk? This is a concession Thragtusk. Do we need a Thragtusk? Thragtusk just like hedges the burn matchup nicely. One, two, three, four, five. They have 5 blockers, so I'll attack with just this. One of the things that I used to do, God, they drew Terminate. Maybe I was supposed to smash everything last turn. It's very possible. The Staticaster would have played... No, it really wouldn't have played around it, because I would have Staticaster and then they would have pushed my Staticaster. We actually have more tutors than previously. You just want to draw your good cards early. What happens if I smash with everything? They eat this, trade, chump. Then they have 8 power here. Well, no, they lose their Pyromancer and all their elemental tokens. So if I smash with everything, I die to Collective Brutality and Lightning Bolt on the backswing. Now we trample. None of our cards have trample. That's not true. I could just start attacking with the voices. Yeah, that doesn't seem unreasonable. Oh, we have a token. Well, no, they could just throw these in front of them, right? They could guarantee we don't get tokens. They could, like, chump the 3 token makers with the elementals. I do have 2 more lightning bolts to draw, too. I think I want to just smash with my voices. Genuinely don't know. Are we supposed to wait? Like, their deck has so many big... I guess if I smash with the voices, I have 6/6 next turn, but, like, the hazard being indestructible is just, like, super annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I'm just gonna pass. The problem is they're just gonna draw a Treasure Cruise with a 3/4 and then just, like, put us deep in the ground. It's not about going wide. It's about waiting until we find a Lightning Bolt or another Restoration Angel. Well, I guess I only have 3 of those in my deck, but I've got a bunch of tutors for... Well, I'm down 1 chord. So I've got 2 chords, 2 bolts, and a resto. It's only 5 cards. Well, now that I've waited, I'm committed to waiting. Kiki-Jiki's a pretty good draw too, right? We're not fetching to thin because fetching to thin is statistically insignificant for the most part, and those points of health actually matter. Going down to 8 puts us to a number that's divisible by Hazoret, so that would be bad for us. Serum Visions is fine. The question is not whether or not Serum Visions is good. The question is whether or not Serum Visions is better than Oath of Nissa. Yep. Alright, so Resto's no longer an out. Honestly, I should probably just fit a second Witness into this deck. If we'd have had a second Witness, we'd have won this game. We just, like, picked our chord up and killed them. Raging Ravine does not have trample. Treetop Village has trample. Raging Ravine very much is only on the ground. Go in the corner and think about what you said. So dead to bolt. They get to hit us for 4 in the air, and then they get to activate Hazoret and then bolt us, so we're gonna be dead to a bolt. Worth noting, Serum Visions was better than Oath that turn. Oath would have just gotten us Lotus Cobra and I would have put Chord plus a land on the bottom of our deck, whereas now I have a Chord to draw next turn, which feels good. It doesn't feel insignificant. Oh. Yeah, Young Pyromancer card might be okay. Oh, we're not quite just dead, right? Collective Brutality, it's pretty good. When they escalated, sure. That puts them out of bolt range. That's pretty good. So we're going to 7 here, and then we're going to 3 off these spirits. Yeah, right? Pontiff will be game winning. Unfortunately, we have a blue splash, so we just have Staticaster. You should wait till Monday to buy into Tron. So lethal attack? Must be a lethal attack. I haven't done the math, but I assume if they're attacking with everything, we're dead. Smells exactly lethal. Smells exactly lethal. Yep. Alright, them's the beats. Them's the beats. We had a window there where we could have turned that game around. Definitely sailed a little bit past us. Right back up. We're 2-1. Should probably, I think we're going to play the Mardu deck after this league. It's very, very much just want to try and play the best deck, and I think Mardu's probably one of the best decks right now. All right, I'm going to give you a timeout. You can go back and check the tape and figure out that that's not correct. Good try, though. Good try. Hand is not exciting, but it's a keep. The Lantern donation goal is dead and gone. I'm not playing Lantern Entity. That deck is fucking miserable. Why can't I double sub? You can actually double sub. There's a $9.99 subscription option. Yeah, and the fetch land didn't matter because what you just said. It would have been like gaining one to take one. Oh, yeah, it's so weird that they don't let you upgrade your Amazon sub. That seems like a huge punt on Twitch's part. Seems like such a huge punt on Twitch's part. Renegade Rallier, really not in the market for either of these things, right? I'm gonna go bottom here. I guess maybe you could make an argument that I was in the market for another land. I just don't enjoy how Lantern plays, and that's okay. It's okay if you do. Not every person is going to enjoy everything exactly the same. I know that's weird to some people. Yeah, I spent 6 hours playing Lantern and decided that $1,000 wasn't worth my... $1,000 in 3 days of my time was not worth it. The Lantern deck is very good. Very, very reasonable. Hey, J-Robes, thanks for the bits. Maybe I'm just supposed to jam Resto there. Now they're gonna have the option to Cryptic Command my Resto. I returned $100 of it. 2 of the other people, we played 3 leagues, which that was the goal, was $100 per league. And then 2 other, we only raised $600. I returned 100 of it. 2 people said keep the $100 and put them towards different decks that they wanted to see that were less miserable than Lantern. And then 1 other person, or then we played the other 3 leagues, the other 300. Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land. Tilt. We hit a fetch land there that probably would have been the turning point towards us winning the game, but bricking on resources here is probably going to be the death of us. I think I made a mistake with that Serum Visions, and I should have kept the Sacred Foundry on top. We just had so many looks at another land that I really wanted to be a fetch land since we had this Renegade Rallier, but... Or are they tapping out again? That's good for us. Deal. I get to resto this next turn. It's a Friday night and we're at the top of the Magic channel. Twitch chat's gonna get bouncy. I think I just have to jam this resto now. That deck was really atrociously bad. Like, as someone who's like somewhat of an expert on playing mostly unplayable Magic decks, that deck is terrible. They have Remand in their blue-white deck. I wasn't going to be surprised to get mana leaked there, but Remand is kind of surprising. Remand is kind of surprising. The Eldrazi Evolution deck is fine. It just, like, isn't doing anything objectively cracked in half, which is generally what you want to be doing in Modern. Like, turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer isn't busted enough in Modern, is the TLDR. I think I'm shocking this in. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. It's probably gonna be attempt to play Resto, get Cryptic Commanded, Bolt the Vendilion click. I mean, I think one of the dirty secrets about Lantern is that, like, the Lantern PR firm is really good, and I think that deck's been mislabeled. It's a linear prison deck. It's not really a control deck. It controls the top of their deck, but it's not a control deck in the sense of what we define control decks in the context of Magic the Gathering. Wonder if they're more of a tempo deck than anything else. Do I want to block with this Coiling Oracle? I feel like I do. So, I don't think it's more that we're trying to play the deck as more of a combo deck. I do think the Saheeli iterations of the decks that we've played on stream are more of combo decks. The change in the Kiki philosophy of less bullets is that I think when I was working on this deck initially, I fell prey to something a lot of novice deck builders do, and that's I over toolboxed my deck. And what I mean by that is you can look back at my old list that I was successful with, and I still think that they were built incorrectly because of this. There's this like thing where you feel like you want to play that Resolved. That's so good for us. You play like second and third best tutor targets, whereas like most of the time you're never courting for these second and third best tutor targets, because when you draw your Chord of Calling, you're just going to get your best target every time, right? So why am I playing these cards that are awkward to draw if... Oh god, and they're going to Field of Ruin me off this Hallowed Fountain, aren't they? Yeah, that's so miserable. Yep. Well, that sucks. Hopefully we draw a fetch land. Punish their aggression. So, sorry. So, I had this tendency to over toolbox. And, like, if you're never tutoring up these second and third best bullets, what you just ends up happening is your deck is just worse because you're drawing these worse cards when you're not tutoring from them. And especially when they're in your main deck, you're drawing these cards in matches where you're just completely... not applicable, right? You're just like drawing Orzhov Pontiffs against Tron, and you're drawing Eidolon of Rhetoric against Green Black X. Correct. That's why this blue-white deck is close to playable. It's because it has a build its own Blood Moon. It has a build its own Blood Moon. Ding, fries are done. Bum 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 ding 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 dee 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 dee. yeah, play this one. I would like to bring back this Hallowed Fountain. I think it would be comical, offensive, silly, whatever you want to call it, to reintroduce Jace to Modern, while cards like Bloodbraid Elf and Stoneforge Mystic that are worse than it are still banned. I think there are a lot of cards that are much worse than Jace the Mind Sculptor that are banned, that you could unban and give Fair Dex a better chance. I think I want to jam Restoration Angel here. They've got Cryptic Commands in their deck somewhere, right? Maybe? I don't know. They have Click in their main deck. Glimmer of Genius? Okay. If they Cryptic this, can we kill them on the untap? I think we can kill them if they Cryptic this. I can Resto, Blink Rallier, get a land, and then probably Chord for Kiki. That's 4. Was this just going to resolve? That would be so good for me. Alright, Blink Renegade Rallier. Get back Coiling Oracle. Do you want to... Maybe Thragtusk is better there? I don't know. I kind of just wanted to draw cards. That's going to surprise some of you. I wanted to draw cards. Huh. I don't want either of these at this point. Okay, yep. We're not going to search here. We know there's not a basic land in our deck, and I don't want to draw those cards that I scryed to the bottom of Serum Visions. Puts them to 4. I'll go ahead and cast Serum Visions again here, see what we find. More Coiling Oracles. Alright, sure. Six. Yeah, I think I just want all these 1 power crappers, right? See if they have a counterspell for this. Have I mentioned how much I love the card Chord of Calling? Has anyone... Have I done that recently? How much I love the card Chord of Calling? You'll notice I corded for 3 there. The reason I corded for 3 instead of 2 was because I didn't have anything else to do with that 1 mana, and in case my opponent thought I was getting Spell Queller and then they could just path it, I'd be okay with that. And this way, I get the Selfless Spirit, and we could potentially blow them out because of it. Sure, you've searched Raz Kanta. Helio. Scavenging Ooze. Can I eat enough things from their graveyard to prevent Azcanta from flipping? I don't think so. So I guess I will start by playing Coiling Oracle because we could hit Acidic Slime to kill this. Renegade Rallier gets back Selfless Spirit. It seems pretty good. Put you to 3. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna get this untapped, which does put me to 4, which is kind of scary. But this allows me to cast Restoration Angel next turn too, potentially. They could potentially chain Cryptic Commands here. Settle the Wreckage would be kind of annoying. At least if they get Settle off of this, we know it's coming. They've yet to cast a Cryptic Command. Right, Jace, sure. They're dead through Jace on board, right? Whichever one you're feeling luckier with is the answer. Hey, glad the whole lantern thing is done with. Sep89 with a 2-month free subscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so I really appreciate that. Alright, so control. Eidolon is great. Negates are great. Rec Sage, Beast Within is great. Lightning Bolts are pretty bad. Eldritch Evolution's pretty bad. I'll leave 1 in. How do I feel about this? I don't think Mirran Crusader is good enough here. I don't think Baloth or Tithes are good enough here. Yeah, I think it feels good. It's blue-white. God, it feels good to not have Birds of Paradise in my deck to cut. It's like, didn't have to draw Birds of Paradise game 1. Felt fucking great. Yep, yeah, I agree, Burgle. Between Cobras and Coiling Oracles and stuff, yeah. Yeah. Lantern proved that if I really don't want to do something, I need to pick a number in the 4 digits. That's what Lantern proved. I really don't want to do something. The number needs to be in the 4 digits. Going on, Nas? Going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great Friday night. Good start to your weekend. Hanging out, playing some Modern. First deck of the evening. Got started a little bit late. I think we're going to play some Mardu Pyromancer over this. I think Unified Will is much worse against Jeskai control because they tend to play Spellquellers these days. I also think the only matchup where Unified Will and Negate have meaningful differences in what they're countering is Valakut Titan. And I don't think that deck is particularly good or particularly well positioned. And I think even with Unified Will, you're probably still a dog in that matchup. So I'd rather just play Negate, which is more flexible overall. I'm not even gonna time that person. I'm gonna go ahead and ban the person that said they think Deathrite Shaman is okay for Modern. We don't need them posting things in our chat again. That's That's fine. We can. Sometimes people are like, their things are close. It's like, well, you can think about that and come back. Opponent is playing 62 cards post board here, it looks like. Like they're playing 62 cards. Hallowed Fountain plus Forest lets us cast all of our sweet 2-drops here. Deathrite Shaman is barely okay for Legacy. Barely. By the skin of its teeth, it's okay for Legacy. It's fine, it dies to push. Alright, so now that I drew this Plains, I'm actually going to go ahead and fetch Breeding Pool here, just so they can't spread me off my only green source. I've timed a lot of people out, just like, implying Deathrite Shaman is fine for Modern is just like, that's too heinous. I don't need that in my life. Dodge to removal. Deathrite Shaman's too good. Can't even Doomblade it. Can't even Doomblade it. Monastery Mentor. Someone implied earlier that they might have been on a Mentor build because of the way things had lined up. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, so my Lightning Bolt should be in my deck. This is gonna get out of control really quickly. This card's very powerful unchecked. I actually just have 0 ways in my deck to remove it right now. I think I'm gonna gamble. I think we're far enough behind with this coming down that I just need to play this Coiling Oracle and hope to hit. Oh, Lotus Cobra is kind of a hit. Lets me do stuff next turn. This is likely the game though. Yeah, we are not grinding out this Monastery Mentor. The problem is the Monastery Mentor is going to kill us while they're disrupting us. Yeah, that's true, Burgle. That's true. I definitely commented that it felt like more like a tempo deck because they had Remand in it, and I was like, why is there Remand in your blue-white deck? I think it's the best tempo deck in Modern right now. Grixis Shadow. Just one of the best decks in the format. The tempo aggro combo deck. Peace, Anarchist. Have a good night. Alright. If we draw Eldritch Evolution, they die next turn. But I only have one of those in my deck. Maybe we're going to be really lucky and draw our one of Eldritch Evolution. Well, we get to go really wide. Yes, always yield. White. Correct this for our basic island. Green. Renegade Rallier. Get back Misty Rainforest. Green. Crack this. Get a basic forest. White. Put Renegade Rallier. Get back this. Make white. Got this fetch land. Get a Stomping Ground. Sure. Oh, you know what? I should have gotten the Sacred Foundry and gotten a... Should have gotten the Flooded Strand and gotten a Sacred Foundry. Cast this Restoration Angel. I mean, if they cast Supreme Verdict, it answers my Monastery Mentor problem, so I've got that going for me. I'm just gonna put Voice of Resurgence into play here, right? Sounds decent. Your move. That's all I got. Add 13 power to the board. Go. Lotus. There is one thing I know for certain. Lotus Cobra and Renegade Rallier together is very, very good. I have no idea what my other 67 cards are supposed to look like, but I do know that those two cards together sound fantastic, and I would like to register them. Alright, I assume this is going to gobble up my Renegade Ralliers. I suppose they could be conservative and hit Restoration Angel if they're worried about being comboed. They want to just try and push lethal, they probably take the Ralliers. They're worried about getting comboed, they take the Restoration Angel. I have no idea. I haven't played with it. Yep, we're worried about being comboed. That's a conservative play there. Like that. It's a good line from the opponent. Probably see them attack with the Monk tokens here, but not the Mentor. I guess they could fire up Gideon and smash with everything. Doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, they're free 3/2s that ramp you. It's kind of great. The old pass is pretty good for us. Start on Coiling Oracle and go from there. I actually don't think Storm is that well positioned right now. Acidic Slime. It's a pretty good one. That's actually just objectively false. Don't lie in my chat if your lie is easily verifiable as wrong. Don't post something in my chat if I can easily verify it as wrong. Just don't do it. Don't do it. In fact, boy, do I have the article. The article literally just wrote about it. I didn't ban them, but now I'll ban you for calling me rude. Moderate my chat how I please, thank you. Here's a link that shows that not only was combo represented at the Pro Tour, but it did in fact underperform. Opponent went bottom there. That's good for us. We're 1 mana short of being able to slime and do that, right? We have Lotus Cobra in play. I ain't need nothing else. Just got this Lotus Cobra. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast this slime. Uncage my animal. Why do I care about Gideon? Maybe I'm missing something. Why do I care about Gideon? I feel like I don't care about Gideon. Hey, wannabe Beetle, if they wanted a warning, they should have forked up some democracy. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right. Here's passing here, right? I guess if they want to trigger, maybe I'm supposed to attack. If they want to trigger prowess, they have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna start smashing them a little bit here. If they want to trigger prowess, they have to cast a spell, which gives me 2 tokens. I guess attacking with the voice might be loose, because if they rip... Yeah, attacking with the voice is probably wrong. They could just trade 2 monks for it. Yeah, attacking with the voice was wrong there. I think I want the most to be left over. No, I'm 1 short. If I paid for the Foundry, I'd have 4 mana. We had the appropriate amount of red mana, but we didn't have the total amount of mana required. Probably gonna get Wrathed here, and I should have an extra elemental. That was a bad attack. Nope. Alright, deal. I'm just auto-passing here. We're playing 2 fetch lands that read fetch every turn. Yep, ain't that the truth? Yeah, I think the attack with the Renegade Rallier was fine. I think I was supposed to hold the voice back, though. Yeah, they're pathing us here. Do I want to shuffle? This is game 2 and we're up a game. I think I want to shuffle here, right? Do I know any position of cards in my deck? I don't think so. Take a look at what we have left. I have 1 fetchable land left. I have stopped Temple Garden too. I'm gonna turn off auto yield. So yeah, this is fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab Stomping Ground here, so I can't draw that next turn. Oh, if I draw Resto next turn, I don't want to fetch. Okay, yeah, so I don't want to fetch because if I draw Resto, I need this mana because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although, no, if I draw Resto, I can just blink a Renegade Rallier, right, and get a land back. So I should fetch to thin because if I draw Resto, I just blink Renegade Rallier. Yeah, that's fine. Do this. Get that thinning on. The Oracles have been great. Actually, I have 3 fetchables left. Yeah, get the Sacred Stomping Ground here. So Resto kills them, Chord of Calling kills them, Eldritch Evolution kills them. Lots of lethal draws here. That's a lethal draw. Man, I can't believe people play green-white creature decks without combos in them. Why do people do that? Why do you not put Splinter Twin in your... Like, you have the option to put... And this is for chat. I'm going to blow up one of their lands before we kill them. Because I know how much Twitch chat loves blowing up lands. That's just... Alright, let's just let this happen here. Just know... I know how much Twitch chat likes killing lands. So I'm going to kill their Celestial Colonnade. Might need to restart my Magic Online. I might need to restart my Magic Online before we can actually kill them. Oh, lordy. Yeah, if they make me click through the combo, I'm gonna have to restart before we do it. I have 11 minutes, but I'm just like not clicking through the combo with this much lag. That time. I think this deck's a hoot. You can end the chain by destroying another land, ain't that the truth? Beep 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 beep. All right, we're 3-1. Lost a close set to Mardu. Won the other 3. This deck, I'm having fun, chat. I'm having fun, and that's what's ultimately important. It's important that you have fun while you play Magic. I think I'm gonna kick Magic online again. I don't know why it's running so slow. Probably just had too many digital cards in play. Can't handle it. It's definitely chugging there though. Restoration Angel triggers Revolt on its own because it makes the thing leave and then enter, so it triggers Revolt on itself. Batman. I don't like calling decks better or worse than other things because Modern's a format where there's so many different things that there's enough corner cases where certain things are better or worse. I do know I hate casting the card Collected Company. I often cast the card Collected Company and it reads, rearrange the bottom 6 cards of my library how I want, and that's just not good enough. Whereas Restoration Angel, I tap 4 lands and I get to play a 3/4. Would I jam Stoneforge Mystic in here if it got unbanned? I don't know. It's a good question. Probably. It's probably just like a Stoneforge, a sword, and something else. Seems pretty good. Hopefully it's a matchup where both is good. We're just gonna play a Tron piece on one and we're gonna regret having Lightning Bolt in our deck. No, Bloodbraid Elf is very bad. In this deck, Bloodbraid Elf might be very bad in general, but it's certainly bad in this deck. We already have too many 3s and 4s in this deck. I got excited when they played the Razor Verge Thicket because I was like, oh, my bolts might have text. And then they played a Bogle. Titan Shift might be the only deck I've ever played that's more mind-numbing to play than Lantern Control. Titan Shift might be the only deck I've ever played that's more mind-numbing than Lantern Control. And that doesn't mean it's not good, because Lantern Control and Titan Shift are both very powerful, good Modern decks. But they are awful to play with if you enjoy making decisions. Just so little there. I don't know that we're going to be able to race this Glade Cover Scout on the draw. Okay, and then he drew Kiki-Jiki. And then he drew Kiki-Jiki. Alright, we just need to draw a land. We might die by their... We might die on their 4, so we might not be able to kill them on our 4. Holy God. Eric Eco, I hope that whatever is so miserable in your life that makes you feel the need to lash out at strangers on the internet improves. I really hope that your life gets better than where it's at now, because it's probably pretty bad to feel the need to say things like that to random people on the internet. There's probably people you could talk to that could help make your life better. You should find someone to talk to. Yeah, we're just gonna be dead on their 4, right? Just a little bit too slow. I don't know, their mother probably didn't hug them or something as a child. Who knows? Just like random internet trolls, right? When I had extra time in college, I learned how to program and contributed to a bunch of open source projects. When other people have extra time in college, apparently they like come and like throw random slurs at people on the internet, you know? Just like different strokes for different folks. I mean, we were literally dead on board. They had an 8-power trampler. If your chat is delayed, you should pause the stream and start it again, because it means your Twitch is behind. If you right click on the player, I believe you should be able to see your total delay. This is definitely a matchup that's much worse without Birds of Paradise in our deck, because like our creatures aren't good here, our lightning bolts aren't good here, we're not attacking here, we just need to attack them. We just need to combo them. No, you shouldn't. Like, I think feeling bad for them is the appropriate response. It's just like, you know, there's probably, usually, it's like the bully in high school, right? Just like, they probably got it pretty bad at home and they're lashing out at other people because their life isn't very good. I think I might want a 3rd Evo. I don't know. So Eldritch Evolution's really bad against the decks that did well at the Pro Tour, but it's good in matches where you need to be racing. So I'm kind of torn on whether or not I like it. The new VLC has Chromecast support. That's the nut. Although, at the same time, I don't think I could tell you the last time I watched a local media file. I just stream everything. Birds of Paradise is just mana that doesn't attack. So the idea here is that we want to make our backup attack you plan better by not having a bunch of anemic 0-power creatures in our deck. So like the Birds of Paradise and the random acceleration, Lotus Cobra and Coiling Oracle are cards that accelerate our mana while having power. So that means against attrition-based decks like Green-Black and Mardu and Jeskai, these cards can apply pressure on the board while also advancing our primary Acceleratus game plan. Is the idea, at least. I mean, Noble kind of gives you a 1/1 for free, but like, we're playing a deck with Lotus Cobras and Renegade Rallier, so often we're attacking with multiple things. If you're attacking with multiple things, Noble Hierarch does not, in fact, give you plus power. It gives you nothing, because it has 0 power, and Exalted's not doing anything. We actually played a Saheeli build this morning that had Coiling Oracles and Birds of Paradise in it. It was okay. I don't think I'd play the Saheeli build again. I don't think the Saheeli build is particularly good. It's pretty unimpressed with it. Basic Island here. So we're gonna make a lot of mana here. We're gonna make a lot of mana. So yes, use Lotus Cobra's ability. I'm gonna make blue. I should always yes on these. I'm gonna make green. I'm gonna make white. That's a Restoration Angel. It's a Kiki-Jiki on top of my deck. Alright, top. So... Oh crap, I didn't fetch a red source. Alright, I punted this game. I was like, oh, I have Lotus Cobra, I have all the fixing. Nope. Need a red source. I know there's a Serum Visions on top of my deck, so that doesn't help. No, I mean, it's not even really that hard. I just wasn't thinking about it, so I should have... If I'd have thought about it, we'd have had plenty, right? So now I get to play this, and I get to stack all of my guys on the Glade Cover Scout, and then hope that they don't have a protection from creatures or enough power to trample over and kill me, because I get to sack this to make my things indestructible. And then if we hit a fetch land next turn, we could go third Lotus Cobra, fetch land, Kiki, kill them. Oh, I could have set up a land with the Visions into the Oracle, right? Yeah, that's true, but if I miss on that land, I'm just in like a shit spot. If I miss on that land, I'm in a really terrible spot. No more ethereal armor. Sweet. No, because I got to play Selfless Spirit out here, I'm not dead on board. Because I got to play my Selfless Spirit out here, I'm not dead on board, and I get to keep my board because I'm sacrificing the Selfless Spirit to give my team indestructible. So it's 12, and I've got 1, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm exactly dead, right? They got it to exactly enough? Yeah, actually exactly dead. Actually exactly dead. Really wasn't gonna get there regardless. Okay, thoughts. Hey, Mode V Gaming. Yeah, Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. Thanks for sending your Amazon fun money this way this month. I think I'm still a fan of the Coiling Oracle in here. I think I'd kind of like another evolution. I don't know if I'm sold on these 1-drops. I don't know if this is what I want to be doing with my life. I think I'm happy with these cards here, and the mana base felt mostly fine. But I don't know if I believe that Serum Visions and Lightning Bolt are the other pieces of this puzzle that I'm looking to fill in. Do I want to play Mardu Pyromancer? I don't know if I do. We had a large donation for Jeskai Ascendancy, and I do kind of like killing people with this card. This deck. I do kind of like killing people with this deck, and it's been a little while. There haven't been a ton of... No, I'm pretty off the Traverse Shadow deck. The Serum Vision was okay. The Serum Vision setting up Coiling Oracle, along with the fact that we're playing 10 fetch lands, just like was basically non-existent every time we tried it, it felt like.